Welcome to Reviews Inside TV. Today we're looking at the Panasonic W70 Series 50-inch model 50W70 BP, a 4K Ultra HD Smart LED TV with Fire TV built-in, Alexa voice remote, Apple AirPlay, HDR10+, HDMI 2.1, and Bluetooth support. This TV promises to bring all-in-one entertainment, live TV, streaming, voice control, and seamless smart home integration. So let's explore whether it truly delivers. On paper, the 50W70 BP features a 49.5-inch 4K, 3840 x 1160 LCD bright panel display driven by Panasonic's 4K Studio Color engine. It supports multiple HDR formats, HDR10+, HDR10, and HLG, though peak brightness is not dramatically boosted. The panel refreshes up to 60 Hz, and to manage contrast, it employs adaptive backlight dimming. On the audio side, it's modest. Two 10-baud speakers delivering 20 watts total with surround sound modes like cinema or drama. When it comes to connectivity, this set packs in 4 HDMI ports, including one HDMI 2.1, plus 2 USB ports, Ethernet, an optical digital audio out, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and Bluetooth, version 5.0 one-way. It also supports Wi-Fi for Fire TV, and you can use Apple AirPlay to mirror or stream from your iPhone, iPad, or Mac. The Fire TV operating system gives you access to your favorite apps, live TV, and voice control via Alexa. You can press the button on the remote to ask Alexa to change channels, launch streaming apps, or control smart home devices. One of the problems Panasonic clearly tries to solve here is offering a feature-rich, affordably sized 50-inch TV that doesn't feel limited. Streaming, voice control, and smart home integration all come standard. For someone with limited space who still wants a modern smart TV, that's very attractive. Setting up the 50W70 BP was straightforward. Unboxed, I found the remote easy to pair, and the initial Fire TV setup walked me through Wi-Fi connection, signing into Amazon, and picking my favorite apps. In my real-world testing, I ran a variety of use cases: streaming Netflix, watching fast-paced sports, playing games from a console, and mirroring content from my iPhone over AirPlay. During streaming, 4K HDR content looked clean and sharp, albeit not as bright as some higher-end models. The bright panel is good, but doesn't match the brightness vaults of high-performance TVs. In dark scenes, the adaptive backlight dimming does help prevent crushing detail, but I noticed some imperfections in uniformity. During a nighttime movie, I caught mild clouding in corners. For watching sports or regular TV, though, the motion looked smooth and respectable, though limited by the 60 Hz refresh rate. Gaming via HDMI 2.1 worked, but don't expect high frame rate performance. There's no VRR, variable refresh rate, or 120 Hz support on this model, which is something to keep in mind if you're a competitive gamer. On the AirPlay front, mirroring from my iPhone was effortless. Videos, photos, even my music app streamed reliably, which is a nice touch. Bluetooth pairing with headphones was simple, and the one-way BT 5.0 connection worked well for sending audio to my Bluetooth headphones. Though if you're expecting to broadcast to multiple Bluetooth devices or use advanced codecs, this may not be the most flexible. There's a lot to like about this TV. First, it brings in excellent connectivity. 4 HDMIs, including one HDMI 2.1, give you plenty of freedom to hook up consoles, soundbars, or streaming devices. The Fire TV integration is smooth, and Alexa control makes navigation easy. No more fumbling with an app-based UI. The picture quality is solid for a mid-range 50-incher. 4K resolution, HDR10+, and adaptive dimming help deliver a good balance for movies, sports, and regular viewing. The inclusion of AirPlay is a smart move, giving seamless integration with Apple devices. Finally, the Bluetooth support for headphones or wireless speakers is a welcome bonus if you like private listening or want to avoid external speakers. But it's not without its compromises. The 60 Hz refresh rate limits performance for fast gaming, and there's no support for newer gaming-friendly HDMI 2.1 features like VRR or high frame rates. The HDR experience is decent, but the panel doesn't get very bright, so HDR's impact feels more modest than on premium sets. Audio is serviceable but not stellar. The $20 speakers are fine for everyday use, but can't compete with dedicated sound systems. Also, some users report patchy screen uniformity, especially in darker scenes, which may be a side effect of the panel technology. There's also no Dolby Vision support, only HDR+, which may be a limitation for some. In terms of value for money, the 50W70 BP sits as a solid mid-range TV. You're getting 4 HDMI inputs, Fire TV, AirPlay, and a reasonably good 4K HDR experience at a size that works in smaller rooms. When compared to slightly more expensive alternatives, say a 55-inch OLED or a high-end LED model with 120 Hz, this Panasonic isn't going to match their performance, but you're also paying significantly less and giving up some premium features. On the other hand, cheaper 50-inch TVs might skimp on HDR support or provide fewer HDMI ports, so this model feels well-balanced for someone who wants connectivity and smart features without paying for top-tier picture quality. If you compare it with other 50-inch sets, for example, a competing 50-inch TV may only offer 3 HDMI ports or lack HDMI 2.1. Or a rival smart TV might use a more basic OS without voice control or AirPlay. In that sense, the W70 BP stands out for connectivity and smart integration. On the flip side, if you were willing to spend a little more, you could get a 55-inch set with better HDR performance or a 50-inch model with a higher refresh rate. So it depends on what you prioritize. In terms of build quality, Panasonic keeps things practical. The chassis feels solid, the plastic bezel is lightweight yet sturdy, and the stand design is stable. The Visa mounting holes, 300 x 300 mm, make wall mounting a breeze. Given the brand's reputation, I'd expect decent longevity, especially for a TV targeting this segment, though I haven't seen any long-term reliability data for this specific 2025 model beyond anecdotal feedback. On customer support, I haven't had to reach out to Panasonic directly for this review, but historically their support is decent for mainstream TVs. Documentation is clear, and warranty service is standard for consumer electronics. If you do run into issues, their support portal covers basics like registration, firmware updates, and common troubleshooting. Putting it all together, the Panasonic W70 Series 50-in, model 50W70 BP, offers a compelling blend of smart TV capabilities, strong connectivity, and solid 4K HDR picture quality for its price point. Its strengths lie especially in usability, and Fire TV and Alexa make navigating content intuitive, while AirPlay and Bluetooth boost its flexibility. The downsides, mainly the 60 Hz refresh rate, modest brightness, and basic audio, are trade-offs that reflect its mid-tier positioning. If you're after an affordable, well-connected, smart 50-inch 4K TV for streaming, casual gaming, and general viewing, this is a very reasonable choice. But if you're chasing top-tier HDR performance or competitive gaming features, you might need to spend more or look at other models. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you already own this TV or what you're most interested in when buying a 50-inch set. And don't forget, the link to explore this model is down in the comments box. Goodbye for now. Until next time on Reviews Inside TV, stay plugged in and stay curious.